Friends of the deceased.
Is that what it is?
That's what they do at the funeral homes. You gotta comfort the friends of the deceased.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I totally get the reference, but I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, you know me, man.
I mean, oh, there he is. Sorry, hold on.
I thought I fucking snoozed this ad break.
I thought you did too.
It better give me all my snoozes back.
Yeah, we spent at least one snooze.
You only get 5 snoozes.
5 snoozes per, huh?
Yeah, per I don't know, is that per stream? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Muse Day even. We're glad you're here with us. We've been Logan went to jiu-jitsu with me today.
I did, man. Holy crap, did I ever. And I worked out this morning as well. So I doubled up.
Yeah, no, Logan,
I gave it a doubling.
Logan shook it off and decided today was the day he was gonna come and sit in on a class, and he did good.
I felt good.
Yeah, he was doing good. The teacher was giving him some props. I heard him say you were doing good over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did give me some props because but by the time he had given me props, I had already worked the position so many times that I ended up getting a cramp. And then after the cramp, I was like, okay, I stretched it out. I drank some water. I'm good to go. And then I did it a couple more times, and the guy was like, well, try switching up arms. And then when I tried to switch up arms, my body was just like, nope. You're not like when I tried to do the pull and then wrap around thing and move my body was like, nah, dog. Yeah, he was like, hey, man, why don't you get back down on the floor?
Yeah, my body does that sometimes.
So,
I'll be at the end of class, and I'll just be like...
Yeah. So then I became the, what do you call it? The guy who was getting thrown around, which was a cool experience, you know what I mean? Because I tried to be like, no, I'm going to resist. But I was working with that big guy, and he was like, I'm a little rusty. And yeah.
Well, they call him Lil Rusty.
No.
No, I'm sure.
I think his name was Vince, which was what sensei? Is that what he is? Is a sensei? The guy who owns the place? Would he be considered a sensei?
No, they don't say sensei in jiu-jitsu, but you could say sensei, I guess.
He's like the boss man. Should I call him boss? As they say boss man in jiu-jitsu?
He's just the teacher, I guess, you know.
Teach.
That's all sensei means anyways.
But his name is Joey, right?
Jake.
That would have been, I would have had egg on my Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, he's super cool. There's another guy too that is one of the owners.
I mean, you can't give yourself a wraparound, but a reach around.
Yeah.
Might be something
you can wrap
do.
around and then give a reach around.
How's it going, boss man? Yeah, boss man's always a good one.
If you can do a wraparound, you can do a reach around. But just because you can do a reach around doesn't mean you can do a wraparound.
Yeah. It's about the wrap.
No, he's super cool. The place is super chill. They always play like fun, like 80s music or 90s music, like while you're working out.
Yeah.
And
it was really funny. Like I kind of put that in, had like a moment of not like clarity, but like a true perspective of what I was looking at, listening to I Think We're Alone Now, like the Lita Ford version.
Yeah.
While you guys are all just like rolling around on the ground, I was like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah. I think we're alone now.
But it's like the Lita Ford, like,
yeah.
Kiss me once. Kiss me fucking one more time. Kiss me deadly.
Yeah, it's that's fun. They have fun in there. But there's another guy that
you showed up right at the right time, La Latino.
There's another guy that owns it too. And he's like a bigger dude who, you know, looks more fit, bald-headed guy with a mustache for sure. He looks like more like a military kind of thing, like, you know, tattoos and shit like that. He's really good too.
Oh yeah, the chisel jaw.
Chisel jaw.
Yeah, chisel jaw.
But those are. Did you see him? Did you see the website?
No, I didn't know.
He wasn't there tonight.
Oh, okay. I figured that the people that were wearing the slick shirts were people that are like they're part of the gym. Because they were all those shirts that they were wearing had the logo.
Yeah, you can just buy one of those.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, you just buy one.
So what's the deal with the pockets? No pockets allowed?
Why do you need pockets?
No, I'm asking, is that like a mat rule? You know what I mean? Like, don't step on the mat. Don't wear shorts that have pockets.
No, these don't have pockets on them. No, you can. Did they say don't wear shorts with pockets?
I think that Joey had mentioned to
Jake.
I'm gonna fuck that up. I think Jake had mentioned to Vince, which was the guy I was grappling with. I think that he mentioned that he was like, if you sign up, I'll give you a new pair of shorts, one without pockets. And I was like, is that a thing?
It might be a thing. I don't know.
I will tell you this though, because I got there before you guys. Right? I was there for like a good 10 minutes. Like, you know,
Jake's talkative too.
He didn't really talk. I mean, he was busy with other stuff. You know what I mean? Like a couple of the other people kind of walked in, but there was one dude that was there who saw my shorts and was like, "I like those himbo shorts," and I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, actually, I bought the jumpsuit."
Oh, that's cool.
And I said, "Word." I go, "Yeah, I have his tie-dyed little head, big body metal shirt. I have his Poggers Brothers T-shirt, and then I have the tank top basketball."
And he was like,
ensemble. And then that's when he stopped talking to me. He didn't ask my name or anything like that. He was just like, "Cool, man. Sounds like you got your shit together, bro."
You were cool when you just had the shorts.
I should have just left it at the shorts.
Should just left it at the shorts.
You know,
man, I should have just said, yeah.
To tell you the truth, I saw something today that said that maybe over explaining is quite possibly part of the ADHD that I have undiagnosed.
Question of the day: which is each of your favorite genre of food, and why?
Ooh.
Do you refer to food as genres? Is that what?
I figured it'd be category, but I mean, genre and category is almost the same thing, right?
I feel like I always use style.
Style, that would make sense. Style. Well, okay, so I'm assuming
it's not Henry genre.
Well, I'm assuming that Black Raptor is asking you that specific question, whether you use that colloquialism or not.
Favorite genre of food.
Of course, genres are food and music.
I mean, I'm cool with referring to food as genre.
A genre of food?
I dabble mostly in the Mexican genre.
That would be your favorite.
No. Well, okay. Yes, maybe. I feel like I go through different phases. I'm a very phasey person. You know this about me.
Everything moves in circles.
Yeah, I'm a very phasey person. Right now, I would say that Mexican is where I'm living. I feel like Mexican's always a good go-to, but I do have very specifics about what kind of Mexican I do want within that, because within there's tons of subgenres.
Once again, if we're talking subgenres, I think that would have to be your criteria on how you determine what your favorite one is how many subgenres can you name that you like and base it off of that, despite what your cycle might be.
It'd be Mexican or Italian, probably, or Chinese or Indian.
Are there different kinds of Italian food? Is there subgenres of Italian? I guess pizza and spaghetti.
Those aren't genres. No.
Pizza's a genre.
No, well, you have like northern Italy, you have southern Italy, you have Sicily, which would still be considered Italian food, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And then you have like American versions of stuff. So yeah, there's different.
Northern and southern Italian is very different. What's the difference? Like between pizza and spaghetti, or like
Worst Nurse just literally said everything that I said right then.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like what is the Logan Linguini Daniels? What the fuck?
Linguini Daniels.
I mean, if that has to be our new band name, I'm into it. Logan Linguini.
Yeah, Sicilians are. I mean, like I worked at an Italian restaurant growing up that was Sicilian owners, but what they did was pretty traditional, like American, New York style Italian food, even though they were Sicilian.
Because I've heard that like fettuccine Alfredo does not exist in Italy in any form. I've heard that is like fettuccine Alfredo is like an Americanized version of Italian, like a sauce with.
Sure,
noodles.
It's like
essentially
Chinese food's like that too. There's a lot.
Yeah. There's like, which I was gonna say before we had jumped into that. I think mine is mostly like Asian and Oriental sort of foods. Like I like Indian food. I like Vietnamese food. I like Chinese food.
I do like Vietnamese
Thai
food.
I do like Thai food. I love like the broths and things like that. So and like noodle, like most noodle places. So I can find I think that I would have to say my favorite would have to be like around the Asian and Oriental sort of style food, depending on what it is. You know what I mean?
Isn't
like,
Oriental a rug?
maybe I'm saying it wrong.
I don't know.
It might be, but you guys understand what I mean, though, right?
Is Logan gonna get canceled for saying Oriental? How's this work?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's a. I think that Oriental means that the Orient, like orientation.
Oh
no, I don't know what the fuck.
Have I ever tried Basque food? What is Basque food? I've tried Ethiopian food, and that stuff is fucking delicious.
Oriental dude here, you're fucking canceled. I knew it. I knew
fuck,
it.
man.
You know Marilyn, my friend Marilyn, who's half Chinese. She's anytime somebody says Oriental, she's like, yeah, Oriental's a rug.
Okay. I mean, I do.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not supposed to say. Actually, years just not too deep. I feel like even long ago. It was Colleen said it because I said something about I said Eskimo or something, and she was like, and I was like, huh? And she was like, that's not really. You're not supposed to call them Eskimo.
It's not PC anymore.
Well, they're just like we're not Eskimos. They're Inuits.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they're like
there's like a specific sort of tribe, like the Inuit tribe, like that's kind of that's what it is.
Well, I think specifically because she's from Canada too, they have a very, very
I'm sure that there's probably
close relationship with that.
Yeah.
You know, like we would have like a Native Americans.
Right. Same thing with Australian folks. You know.
Right. But so and then I was like, oh, but of course, I was like, all right. Cool.
Well, if I did offend anybody, please.
No, I
did not mean to do that.
I think you're good. You're talking about food.
I was talking about the food.
Yeah.
And
I decided it was.
I'll stick with Asian food. I like most Asian foods.
Yeah, hot ham's offended.
Hot ham. I'm gonna fucking hug you and squeeze that offense out.
No, I think of hot take as goes Orientals. Oh God.
Wow, that sentence is really gonna get us canceled.
In a twist of irony. Oh man, listen. This is what I tell people too. When I hear
you dog, well, I don't even know what that means. What do you mean?
When I hear you know, maybe like a more conservative, usually always white dude.
If you heard Tucker Carlson,
be like. No, I'm saying, like, just in normal life. Like, sometimes, you know, people are like, let's just, like, these days just can't say anything and everyone's used to you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens sometimes, right? And it's I can't even think of a time when it wasn't a white dude. Maybe a white woman said it, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but it's usually always white people who can't seem to grasp what the fuck's going on. And then because I look so egregiously white, they'll often say stuff in front of me that is...
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm a fucking 6'2" bearded bald man. You don't think
with a southern accent.
You don't think in certain groups somebody who doesn't know me is about to be saying some completely unhinged, off the wall fucking shit, and you just have to like stand and look at him and just be like, "Are you sure you meant to say that?
I know.
Are you sure that like is that?" I mean, not to say that that's what just happened to me because you were like, "Are you sure you meant to say it like that?" I wasn't being egregious with it. I wasn't trying to like,
And
demoralize
my
it.
point is that's what I always tell people too, because a lot of times they seem genuinely interested in navigating it while being slightly irritated that they're going to have to change something.
Right.
And I'm always like, listen, nobody really gives a shit as long as when you're corrected, you flow with it.
Yeah, you flow with it. Yeah, you accept it.
Nobody gives a fuck if you slip up and say something, especially if you just weren't aware. And if you go, oh, I'm sorry, I honestly didn't know that, and be like, oh, that's cool, yeah, I'll say that now.
Yeah. I'll refer to it as that. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna. And if they do get pissed off about that,
That's on them.
That's on them.
I will tell you this though, because I mean, I know that we've kind of switched into this mode of talking about this, but please, for the love of God, can we get back to talking about the difference between northern and southern Italy's food?
Yeah,
I don't know the difference.
If you'd stop saying racist shit, we could.
I mean, we're talking about Italians here, you know.
Oh, you could be racist towards Italians. Everybody knows that.
I'm sorry to the Italians. Okay, so please, like, give me one dish from northern Italy and one dish from southern.
Well, let's see. Most
popular northern Italian dish. Which, by the way, this is a perfect time to tell you guys, if y'all hate racism, then absolutely block the blue with Gunnar glasses. Gunnar, GUNNAR.com. You can block blue light from the screens. I stare at these screens all day long, and I constantly wear these glasses right here. These are the Hosses, and I love them. They're blocking the blue light glass, or the blue lights with the glasses. If you guys would like to get a pair of Gunnar glasses, go to Gunnar.com, type in code word BISCUIT, and you can get 15% off your order.
There you go. So northern Italian cuisine consists of ingredients from the mountains rather than from the sea or the land. This is the big difference, right?
Okay, more like olives and shit.
Polenta,
right?
cheese, risotto, mushrooms, and game meats are all popular options.
In the northern part.
Yeah, because
that makes sense because it's the mountains.
Yeah. And my family's from like the Naples area, so it'd be like kind of northern, be considered like northern Italy.
Hi, Spanx.
Oh, Spanx.
Is it your birthday today, Arlo? What's up?
Hell yeah.
Happy birthday.
Let's fucking go.
Spanx, great to see you.
36 month is a 3-year birthday. Or is it, if that's like, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love you, Spanx. Many of the pasta-based Italian dishes are more prominent in southern Italy than they are in northern Italy. So,
like the more popular
so
stuff.
more pasta. And because pasta and bread are the two most popular starches that go with each meal. Pizza is also more popular in the South thanks to homegrown ingredients using unique cheeses.
Okay, I can definitely see that. Happy birthday.
Eggplant, marinara sauce, an abundance of olive oil. So, a lot of like what you would get here, like American Italian food, would be more based off like Sicilian and southern Italy.
That makes sense.
Lots of olive oil, lots of starches, pasta, that kind of shit.
But when you get it over toward northern Italy, we're talking kind of a little bit more Greek, Mediterranean-ish.
No, just mountain shit.
Goats and fetas.
Goats and pigs and shit. Yeah.
Does most wine come from the northern part of Italy than the southern? Like more grown in the northern part?
I'm not a big wine person, so I'm not really.
I mean, that's the only thing I really do associate with a lot of. That's like another big thing that I associate with the Italian culture is the wine.
Yeah. Well, there's a big debate about who has the greatest cuisine. And
northern or southern Italy?
No, Italy or France.
No,
it's like a big debate.
Between who? The Italians and the French?
Foodies.
Oh. Well, let's get Gordon Ramsay on the phone. What do you think Gordon Ramsay would say?
He would say French because he's a trained French chef. Okay, but listen, here's being a foodie myself and eating out at really good restaurants for the past 15 years. Lot of stuff is very French influenced. If you go eat Italian, it's going to be like an Italian place serving Italian food. But you can go to any old, like, awesome, like, foodie restaurant, like a nice restaurant, and a lot of times there's going to be a lot of French influence in it.
Shark!
Hey, what up, Shark?
You got the Shark 30-0.
Yeah. Thanks for the raid, friend. It's good to see you.
Yeah, welcome in. Everybody, we're Risky Biscuit from Atlanta, Georgia. We're over here talking about things that we need to discuss. Important aspects.
And right now we're talking about whether French or Italian food is better. And I was I was about to rail on about how French food may be more influential in fine dining, like.
I would say.
Well, I'm just saying, doing fancy setups. You know, it's like a small thing with very delicate placement.
They revolted, dude. The French revolted, bro. And you got to have good food to revolt with, man. You can't be cooking bullshit if you're gonna revolt.
That is true. But maybe
we're fighting for the fucking freedom of the working class here.
Are you thinking about the Paris Commune now?
Shark shows up and all of a sudden I'm just like, let's fight this shit.
They also surrendered, okay. So but I think the over
French food is revolting.
What do you think about French food? Revolting. Revolting.
Oh my god! But okay, so you're making a point.
So
about
the point is that I think as far as fine dining, innovative, kind of snooty, good food, the taste is good, but it's small. The way it looks is very important. So this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Italian food is more robust with bigger flavors. You know what I'm saying? So I would say if you were just gonna go to any old Italian person's house, you're gonna get better food than if you went over to any old French person's house.
Now I can understand that difference.
But if you go to a really nice restaurant, a really top of the line restaurant, the French people are gonna be a little bit more on top of that game than the Italian people.
Right.
And this is coming from somebody who's Italian.
Now I don't think that there should be any real reason to pin these two things against one another. Can't we just fucking enjoy some food?
Okay, stream's over.
All right. Spanx, we can go to an Italian place here in Atlanta. I know a good Italian spot, and I know a good French spot. And we can go and decide which one is better. They're both fucking highly rated Atlanta staples. Preachy's been around for almost 20 years, and then Bistro.
Shire, allow me to provide some mitigation about my last name. Yes, my last name does end in a vowel and an X. Okay, it is. It's because my dad's side of my family is actually British on both sides. My grandmother, who I did not inherit my name from, was very British. Armitage was their last name. And on my dad's side, on my dad's side, I'm pretty much British and Cherokee. My dad's.
No wonder we're fucking friends, dude.
My great grandmother was Cherokee.
From what? From Florida?
Tennessee.
Or from Tennessee? Okay, yeah. Well, we might know. We might be related somehow.
Yeah, you never know. And so, but I actually looked it up, and Mullinex is so fucking old British that it's some 1066 shit. It's some William of Normandy. You know what I'm saying? That's how long ago it came over with the French name. Basically some fucking goddamn French people were given land in England after 1066. So it's still, but my last name, while seemingly French as fuck, has been for 1,000 years almost has been British. So yeah, so it's British on my dad's side, and Italian, almost 100% Italian and almost 100% British with some Cherokee, and I believe probably some German on my mom's dad's side. It was probably Italian and German.
Okay.
My family tree goes back. I looked it up. How many people here have looked into their family tree?
I have. Actually, it's been kind of not forced down my throat, but my mama's side of the family is very adamant, extremely adamant about me knowing that history because it's been in Georgia for such a long time.
True. Now mine has not.
Yeah.
So
mine is my mama's side of the family's been in Georgia for so fucking long.
I've thought about doing some. They did take one of our snoozes.
That's fucked up.
Where's the recourse? Yeah.
Bill, grab me some Reese's.
I threw you a Reese's, didn't I?
I know. I need another one.
That's good as fuck.
They are good. Genealogy is your job?
Yeah. Shire studies people named Gene, with obviously the most famous Gene of all time, Mr. Hackman.
Yeah, I have quite the family history. I can't dox myself, but I'd be interested to see what Shire finds out about me.
When you say the name Hugh Jackman, you know the actor Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
Do you ever think to yourself like it's Huge Ackman? Like his last name's Ackman? And his first name's Huge?
But he's not very big at all.
He is big. He's tall as you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackson.
Huge Jackman.
Man.
Huge Ackman.
Huge Ackman. Maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes whenever somebody says his name,
I definitely don't. I mean, I just call him old Hugh. You know.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Whenever he pops up, yeah.
And then if I'm in his presence, Mr. Jackman.
Yeah. So let's see. Steely's like, yeah, European mutt, Irish, Scottish, English, German. Yeah.
This is content that you also. Well, we do have a piece of content that I think you guys are really gonna enjoy.
Okay, so do you guys know who Kai Cenat is? You ever heard of him before? He's literally the biggest streamer on Twitch since XQC left.
Yeah. He currently streaming right now. He's on live right now. He's only been on for maybe like 20 minutes, maybe as long as we have.
An hour probably.
Maybe an hour. 47,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy who started the riot in New York.
Right. So funny story. Dog was on his stream last night. So let that sink in. Dog was on
Kai Cenat's stream last night.
When the stream started, Dog is on camera for a good 3 to 4 minutes and is yes. Yeah, I don't like Kai either. He's fucking the content is fucking is.
The content's garbage, dude.
I mean,
the content's not for us. I wouldn't say it's garbage.
It's obviously working.
Yeah, he's doing just fine. I can't sit here and just fucking say some shit.
No, like he was over at his house with some other musicians, and he's playing
and a few other people.
He's playing a bass drum.
I had it all queued up, but it's a little bit deeper than what I thought it was. So.
Oh, you're gonna have to go past this. You'll see. Go like a couple.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really give me the option to like fast forward by the tens, and because he streamed for fucking 7 hours, moving it a little bit is like moving it fucking like 30 minutes.
Right.
So you're just gonna have to. We just keep talking to everybody.
Yeah, he's not talking about the complexities of northern versus southern Italy.
No. When I tuned in to because I like remembered after sitting there watching Lost with Katie.
There it is.
Yeah, I got
there it is. All right. I want you guys to look over.
Here.
I want you guys to look over behind the tuba player.
You see the tuba player right here. You see way deep down. I'm actually picking Dog's nose with the mouse. All right, I'm about to start it. Let me get some sound for you guys.
This is for real, y'all.
This definitely happened.
The biggest streamer on fucking Twitch.
There's Dog back there in the back. Can you turn it up for me? Oh, actually,
what?
I know the fucking.
Yeah, you know the other guys.
I know the other guy.
Hey, the sax player. He's been on our stream.
The sax player and my brother plays in a band with the snare player. Holy shit!
I know.
And they had no idea what the fuck what they're doing right now. This motherfucker's feeding goats.
That motherfucker's just passed out. Dog said the guy who's passed out walked in with like a supermodel, and is like apparently an actor or something like that. So he's feeding baby goats. He's got some huge dude passed out next to him. Then he's got a mime. And she's miming it up, dude.
Oh, yeah. Look at her go, dude.
She's like doing work. The two break dancers don't know what to do. They're just laughing. They're obviously playing the Soulja Boy song in the background. So it sucks that the tuba guys. There's Dog. There's some good pictures of him. He's getting into it.
Dog loves it.
So I think he was pretty much just like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I want to have a band in there playing Soulja Boy. We're gonna have some dancers. This guy's gonna be passed out. And I'm gonna be feeding goats. I would say he probably paid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus the goats. I would say that he probably paid $3,000.
Yeah, that's $3,000 right there. Which to Kai is fucking nothing.
Oh, dude, look at his sub count.
Yeah.
Look at his sub count. He's got 89,000 subs. Dog said it's the biggest house he'd ever been in. Oh, no. Honestly, his content's worse than this. His content's worse than this. If this is all he did, I'd be like, this is absurdist comedy. You know, just make absurd shit happen all the time. I would think that that's pretty funny. But he doesn't.
This is a lot longer than what I anticipated it to be.
I don't know, man. Those goats seem like they're loving it.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that milk.
Yeah.
I gotta give it up. The mime is really fucking going at it.
She's definitely getting her money's worth.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think though, like he's on some different shit. Like,
yeah, there's a lot. Like he is also intertwined in like, you know, the Atlanta hip hop culture. I mean, hell, he had fucking Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj on his fucking on his stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's tapped in.
Trying to feed the goat.
He's got to wake this fucking dude up.
That's what Dog said. Dog said, we all got to go? He's like, yeah, you got to go.
Dog grabs his bag. He's the last one out of the room. He's the last one out of the fucking room, dude. Are you kidding me?
So that's it, yeah.
Well, that was definitely worth the money.
Yeah.
That he spent.
Yeah. The Dog got paid for it.
Yeah, he got paid for it.
He got paid.
And he got to experience something like kind of crazy. I mean, you and I have seen some big houses before. We've been inside some big houses. We played inside of some big houses. But the way that he described what that situation was all those houses that we had ever been in.
But empty.
But completely empty. No furniture anywhere. Just like open room. Empty.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm still going to clip it and put it on our YouTube channel. And then when he's walking out of the room, I'm going to stop it, put on some music and zoom in on his face. and I'm gonna take the part where he says, "We all gotta leave," and he's gonna go, "We all gotta leave. We all gotta leave. We all gotta leave."
We all gotta leave.
That's what it's gonna. That's how that's gonna go down. So what a random. I don't know if Dog being on there is actually more random than what the fuck you just watched.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, how he got the gig and the people that got him that gig, how in the fuck did they knew or got the gig?
It was the dude
I know
know.
it was the dude I know, but he's gotten us all kinds of crazy gigs. Remember that one pool party that we played where like we showed up and they're just fucking like all the guy was like an audio visual, fucking master, Vigia master, and he basically had us like play above his pool, like in the grass, like above his pool on his big cabana, and we pulled up and he was listening to nothing but like Dead and Fish and like all that shit.
That's the one where you and I did a duo.
We did a duo,
yeah.
And then I asked you to fill in for me because I couldn't do it.
I went in there and played another time.
And you played it with that guy. You played it with this guy playing the snare.
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, that was him.
That was him. And he's the one that he's the one that called my brother and was like, "Do you know a drummer that can do this?" And Matt was like, "I do know a guy." So yeah, it was very absurd. It was very just like a real random experience all around.
Yeah, with some extra dough for a dog. Some dog dough. Can I pet that dog though?
Let me pet that dog. I'm about to be like, let me pet that goat.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty.
It was cool.
Pretty.
It was cool for him.
Pretty interesting. So let's get some Mexican food up in here.
I was oddly enough, I did have Mexican food. I had a delicious pile of Chipotle.
Oh, you did. You were using Chipotle. What do you think about my my turkey especiale that I made?
Oh, turkey especiale.
Yeah.
Is quite filling. Needs a little bit more hot sauce, in my opinion. Or
I add hot sauce afterwards, Ian.
Or the Greek yogurt needs to have some sort of spice mixture.
Sometimes I'll put
in it.
I'll put the hot sauce directly into the Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I want my Greek yogurt to have a bit of a ranch flavoring.
Oh, you do ranch packets.
But I'll do like a little ranch packet. And a little bit of ranch goes a long way, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But what I make the most and the most important meal of my day and breakfast is I'll eat a bagel with Greek yogurt, but I'll mix it with the peanut butter powder. Because you be getting them proteins all up in there.
Yeah, I don't do breakfast. But I will eat eggs.
I like breakfast.
Yeah, I don't. I really. I have to say that I actually don't. I definitely don't like eating within hours of waking up. I just don't feel the. I don't feel the urge to. I feel like coffee till I'm jittery, and then eat.
I do enjoy a good breakfasting.
So like right when you wake up, you're like, I'm hungry.
Yes, usually yes. But I also like. I definitely don't eat dinner very late. I don't like to eat dinner super late because then I don't sleep very well. And then if I do eat anything before I go to bed, I usually will eat like a real minimal amount of popcorn that is like the healthiest popcorn that I can fucking find. But it's sweet. It's like a light dusting of kettle. And that's what I usually have before bed. But then when I wake up, it's like I need carbs and I need some protein. Because I'm about to hit the gym, and like usually within like the third hour that I'm awake, I'm at the gym. And I've been trying to do this thing to where, because I've heard it's not very good to wake up immediately and then drink coffee, because then your brain relies on caffeine to really wake up, and that's the reason why you crash. And they say if you can wait an hour to an hour and a half after you wake up to actually wake your brain up, and then drink coffee, you'll sustain your energy a little bit longer.
I feel pretty good about it, and I know because you remember I quit drinking coffee for a while back at the old house.
You started drinking tea.
Right, and I wasn't even drinking tea like in the mornings and stuff like that, really just like before the stream, which doesn't have nearly the amount of caffeine as coffee. But I do like coffee. I did go back to it. I do like it. I also drink my coffee relatively weak. It's not super strong. because I like to drink. I like to drink like at least 3 or 4 cups.
Spanx has a bone to pick with you.
What? Because I quit. Oh, Logan knows if I feel like I'm doing something too much, I'll just quit for a while.
Well, they had sent us all that coffee. It got drank.
Oh, I was drinking coffee then. I was drinking coffee then for sure.
It does make a difference, PC Kelly.
No, I don't want coffee that strong because I want to drink a lot of it. I want to basically drink an entire pot of coffee.
I follow this girl on TikTok who does like a morning affirmation, and she makes espresso ice cubes, and then puts that in pours it over cold brew, and then takes a fucking Boost protein shake and mixes it up. And that's her first blast of coffee in the morning. Is like maybe like 10 espresso ice cubes that she's made, cold brew coffee, and then this protein drink all in like one big drink.
You know, it's funny because I feel like even though I do enjoy stimulants, I don't feel a dependence on them.
You don't feel a dependence on much, except for maybe nicotine.
I don't. 0 nicotine. I can go all day. Not even doesn't even.
You don't have any. You don't have any habits.
Oh, I got habits. Yeah, but they're not drug based.
No drug based habits.
Not really.
Not even one that you can think of.
You
heard it here, folks.
I don't even really.
He's very confident in his decision.
I don't even really fuck with ibuprofen that much, you know. Yeah, I don't think so. Because I went down to 0 nicotine, and I was just like, it has nothing to do with the nicotine. Didn't feel any withdrawals or anything. You know what I'm saying? Just
perfect specimen here. I love it.
No, I think it's just my brain. Just brain chemistry. I can't take credit. Let's put it this way. I can't take credit for it. It's not like something that I'm like, oh, and because of my self-discipline, I fucking... No, it's just...
You just don't have that craving.
Yeah, I don't really get that craving like that. I get more of a craving for food than anything. You know?
Gonna have to face it, you're addicted to food.
Cougs DeVille.
What up, Cougs?
Let's go. 31,
the number
31
one Coug
months.
DeVille. Coug sends me tons of funny TikToks. Cougs be sending me the kind of TikToks that are like motivational but like vulgar. She'll send me motivation. You woke up today, motherfucker. You should be fucking happy with yourself. You fucking made it.
So like
that's Cougs. That's what Cougs sends me.
Sweet and salty.
Sweet and salty.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it because who else does that? Who else thinks of me like that in the morning time?
Before you've had your coffee?
Before I've had my coffee, I get this affirmation from Cougs that says, "You got it today, motherfucker."
Yeah, sometimes you need that. I mean, you definitely respond well to like motivational speeches and shit like
I have to, dude. Your boy talks real negative to himself. If I don't ground myself in the fucking morning time, I've literally gotten into this habit to where I go outside barefoot in my grass, barefoot to ground myself, and then I start doing my shoulder exercise. I get the body moving, man. I've actually seen these like TikToks where people are like, dudes are like slapping themselves and like rubbing their fucking collarbones real hard, and they're just like waking my body up. You know what I mean? I'm fucking into it, dude. Like,
you like that kind of shit.
I like that kind of shit because when it's time to fucking go to bed, I hate restlessness. I hate it. I'm just like, please, just knock me out for the love of God.
I completely agree. There's nothing worse than fucking just like trying to sleep and not being able to. That's the worst. I hate it. Body moving, something grooving. Yeah.
Damn, Cougs.
No, I don't like it. That's why I wait until I'm just so tired that there's no.
Once again, I just feel like I have a burst. Like I'll get that burst of energy, and the one thing that keeps that burst of energy from happening is to ground myself in the morning time, have some motivation have something that tells my brain,
spend some energy during the day.
Yeah, everything is gonna be okay because this is the most amount of energy that you're gonna have, and then of course do like something with my body. So it's mind and then body.
So you have the most amount of energy in the first part of the day, and then it just goes down and down and down.
And if I don't regulate that, let's say that I like decide to. Which I learned this new term last week, doom scroll. If I decide to like wake up and doom scroll, then yeah, pretty much my day is going to be doom scrolling.
Right.
Like there's nothing else that is going to get done that day.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite for sure. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I have no energy. I don't want to do anything. I want to sit in bed for an hour and drink coffee. And then maybe go over to my computer, still no pants, fill up my coffee again, do some computer stuff.
Have you ever tried to do what I've done, what I do?
Hell no.
You would never even try it.
Ugh, sounds terrible to me. It sounds like the opposite of what I want to do.
You see, I just got done reading Becoming the Iceman. So, of course, like when I talk about I put myself in uncomfortable things so that way when the uncomfortable things happen to me, I could regulate my system a little bit better. Mm-hmm. You know, like I'll take cold showers and shit.
You've seen me like wake up in the morning and go do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Begrudgingly, but yes.
Yeah, because my body's schedule has always been like that though. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm on, it's like when I talk about my entire like elementary through high school thing, I don't ever not once ever remember liking going to sleep or waking up in the morning. And I've never ever woken up that early in the morning, and it's not like my body just got used to it and it's like, yeah, okay, it's 7, this is when I get up.
It did. When you were that age, it did, right?
Did what?
It did get used to it, right?
No.
Oh,
never. Like I'm talking about, I don't ever remember a time, even though I had to do it every fucking day. It was
weird.
It was like torture to me. That's what it felt like. It felt like torture to get up that early.
Torture. Literal
Like
waterboarding.
like mental torture to get up that day.
Literal mental waterboarding.
Mental waterboarding. Wakeboarding. Mental wakeboarding.
Yeah, mental wakeboarding, which, you know, is how most of those athletes do those tricks.
But I'll tell you what, you get me up and then we get moving, and then about halfway through the day I start doing shit, and then I get like real motivated, and then by the time the night comes I'm like fucking like bam bam bam, let's do shit, let's fucking, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and then I do that until I exhaust myself into sleeping. You know, and that's like how my body, that's how I want to that's how I'd love to be.
You said I want.
I want it, yeah.
Yeah, and if it's a want and not like, I would say that it's just who you are. Like, you're not saying that it's habitually who you are. It's just like, this is what
it's kind of how my body responds anyways, naturally. And so doing something outside of that.
International Space Bacon comes through with the most defense that you could have right there. Somebody else that agrees with your process.
ISB and me fucking get along real well, and I don't really know that, but I know it. You know what I'm saying? I
feel like if you met ISB in like walking down the street
at a failure show,
yeah, or like, you know, you lock eyes and then you just know that this motherfucker right here has a burst of energy before he goes to bed.
Yeah, I want it because that is what feels good for my body. Because I've tried, like I said.
Yeah, y'all listen to that car song everywhere you go? I like the nightlife, baby.
That's the only song in my head all the time.
Well, you just lay in bed.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. People who wake up early, you do it because you like the way you feel when you do it.
Right.
You know? Because I could just as easily be like, what?
I love the sun.
Like,
I'm a big fan of the sun.
Do you think your body could ever get used to doing like how I do it?
Yes.
Like really get used to it where it's like productive and you're not feeling like,
oh no, I won't be productive.
That's what I'm saying.
I could do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean down or make it seem like that your way of life when you talk about your productivity output,
Right.
I think that due to the motivations of like what you deem to be your personal time, like I because of the life that I've lived for the past 10 years, I enjoy my personal time in the morning. It definitely helps me deal with the rest of my day.
Yeah.
And I can only assume that you probably weren't alone that often anyway, when it came down to like you were with Meredith, and then you've lived with like a bunch of people, so being alone and having alone time, it doesn't phase you like that, right? Like
I do love my alone time, though I am comfortable around people. But I think the difference is like you want to have let's just say downtime, okay? Because like the morning when you wake up, it's not downtime for you. It's like let's get it moving, and you're gonna take this time to make sure that the rest of your day is like set off on a good
I'm a planner
trajectory, right?
Yes.
Whereas, me, I like to have all my downtime after I wake up. I like to wake up and be like, all right, this is my downtime. This is like the time where I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to do anything.
Oh, well, I believe this is. I'm saying the same exact thing. Like when I first wake up in the morning, I'm not talking to anybody important like that. That is like a business or anything like that. I don't even conduct that sort of stuff until after I even get back from the gym. So I take that in as my downtime, but my downtime revolves around the processes that do make my day better.
That's what I'm saying.
Same thing with you. Like you waking up and just sitting in your bed and for an hour or so, drinking some coffee, just kind of waking up, playing on your phone, maybe go to your computer, not putting on pants. Like all of that's setting you up for your day.
No, it's more like what happens when you go home and then relax before bed.
Yes.
Where I would rather work, do shit, and then be like, bed. I don't want any downtime between me doing shit and bed. I want tons of doing shit, crazy, as much as possible until I'm just
do you have like a bedtime ritual?
I just play some Hearthstone.
But like you don't like,
and I'll put on like some
like wash your face, brush your teeth, turn it like not look at a screen for like a minute. You know what I mean? Like a good 30 minutes.
No, I don't not look at a screen, but I do. I mean, yeah, like floss, brush, that whole thing. Kind of get ready. Sometimes I'll get in bed first and just kind of like relax for like 10 minutes and then go do my routine or whatever.
Yeah, I have like a. Once I wash my face and brush my teeth, it's like my body is like, all right, go lay down. But I've had to switch over to like reading to go to sleep. Reading
will put your ass to sleep quick.
Well, I mean, I also take, like I said, I also take the magnesium to help me sleep too. But the read, like I will watch Facebook fight videos until 3:00 in the morning if I'm not careful.
Oh, I've taken all my social media off though. So
but once again, like it's so funny that people are. They have people saying, "Oh, well, put your phone in another room." It's like, bitch, where's the alarm clock at?
The best way to do it is just remove all your social media.
Hasselhoff, yeah. Unfortunately, I do a bad job at it, but I can't do that. I just can't do it.
Can't do what?
I just can't do it. Like my fiance, she requires it. It's a part of our relationship agreement.
Doing what?
Keeping social media on our phones.
That's not true.
First of all,
fuck you.
We could have talked about this after the fucking stream. You just let me have that, but no. It's because I am not close enough to my screen or my camera lens.
Oh, is that true?
It just goes out of focus.
You mean to try to focus on you one more time?
No, it's there. I just gotta be closer.
I'll focus it for you again. We can make sure it's okay. Now, yeah, you
Were you gonna ask me something?
Going to bed and not looking at screens and shit and like reading a book is probably the best way. And you know, I keep the light. You know, I have like no blue light at all in my room,
Except for your phone.
I don't look at my phone. I mean, I'll play some Hearthstone, but I have it on the night mode anyways, and it's kind of
That's it's still a little bit though.
Yeah,
if you truly want to block the blue light, what you got to do is you got to go to gunner.com. That's GUNNAR.com. Use code word biscuit at checkout. Get 15% off.
Are they going to give me some sleep goggles?
Well, I mean, a face mask is not out of the ordinary, you know.
I have like some
cucumbers.
I have like some BDSM face masks.
Well,
should I just wear those?
Well, as long as you don't zip it up, I think you're good.
Oh, not like a gimp mask. Like a sleep mask, or like
where are you?
Like a blindfold, yeah, like a blindfold.
Yeah, so falling asleep at the PC while staring at the PC is bad for your eyes. Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah, I can't do that. My back's too fucking. My back's too bad to fall asleep in a chair. I don't even want to sleep anywhere else besides my bed. I don't even like other people's beds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even want to. I would be like, I don't know about your bed. I'm just gonna go to mine. Thanks. I do, in fact, sleep in a gimp mask. Yeah. But you know what? The only part that's actually cut out is my mustache.
Who was I talking to the other day? Maybe it was tonight when I was talking to Jake. I was like, yeah, I'm Justin's friend, you know, the guy with the mustache. He was like, yeah. Oh, and I saw Drea. That's what it was. Is I saw Drea. Stacy's friend, Drea.
Yeah.
I saw her at the 420 or at the Sweetwater thing. She was bartending, and we were talking. Because we didn't recognize each other at first. And I walked up, and was like, "Drea, is that you?" She was like, "Yeah." It was dark and shit. She was like, "You still talk to Justin?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You still have that mustache?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Hell yeah. I used to fuck with Drea.
I know.
It's a little weird ass. No, that's I haven't seen her in a while.
She seemed like she was doing good. She was
bartending.
Bartending at I think she works for Sweetwater. I think she actually
sense.
like works with them now.
That makes sense. Yeah. I do have the mustache. I've been thinking about cutting it off though. It's been creeping in. It grows back.
You're one good sandwich, wing, or burger away, dude.
It grows back so quickly though that it's not even like a big fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a bigger deal of it. Like, I cut it off, and then like 3 weeks later, it's like mustache was back. Yeah,
I've got to go. I got to go get the old beard cleaned up because it's getting wildy.
Yeah, you got a lot of gray going on, man. It's killing it.
Katie's happy.
Yeah,
she likes it.
Yeah. Mine's starting to.
My dad's starting to grow his beard out.
Is he?
He looks good.
He needs to, man. I mean, I don't even see why anybody shaves their fucking face. It's ridiculous.
Some can't. I mean, I feel like dog be shaving too much, man.
Yeah, he does shave too much.
Like, well, you're not going into the office.
I should say something.
Yeah, dude, he's not going into the office. It's not like he goes into the office. You know what I mean? They don't even see his face. Like he's never been like he doesn't do video.
On camera. I'll have to ask him if he's on camera. I don't think they do video. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. They're all like security IT guys, man. They don't want anybody to see their faces.
I wonder what they think he looks like. You can't hide your jawline.
Is it very pronounced?
I feel like I helped my jawline out with the. I mean, you've never seen me shave. Well, no, maybe I did shave it one time.
Yes, I have seen you clean shaven before.
Maybe I did it. I think I did it one time when I was with Monica. I think that was the only time. And that was probably the only time I've done it in 20 years.
Is that when you went to Mexico?
Maybe.
What's up, Major?
Maybe it was. Maybe it was when I went to Mexico.
Whoa,
that wasn't
Mexico.
Whoa, Mexico.
That was so sweet. I just gotta go.
Mexico.
Whoa.
Mexico,
Mexico. Mexico.
That was fun. Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto
Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
That was really cool. We did. There was one guy that Monica met through a friend, like somebody that she waited on, who was like, "Oh, I have a friend that lives down there," and we hooked up with him. And he took us to like some real fucking authentic places.
Shit, Tin Roof is watching us right now on Instagram.
Hey,
Must be Jack.
TR.
Hey, Jack.
What up, TR?
It's Tin Roof. Rusted.
Trex, I've never been clean shaven on stream, though. One time I did buzz the whole thing down, and it's when we did the Bart Simpson thing.
Yep.
I just took the buzzer and just buzzed the whole thing down, but it wasn't clean shaven. It still looked weird as fuck, though. I was like, the fuck?
I didn't think it looked weird at all.
That looks weird to me.
I mean, you know, some people say that cucumber tastes better pickled.
And then some people say a computer could do my job better than I damn can.
Probably some hair, pressed perm hair.
Oh man,
some glitter.
Yeah, I think that you know, despite the fact that I sleep weird at weird times, and we kind of have a different schedule. Logan and I have like this sweet spot where we can hook up and we're both at the same level. Like midday. Like if you and I have to like meet.
Yeah, it's like right around 2:00.
Yeah, if you and I have to like meet for a gig or something and go somewhere, we're both about at the same.
We're ready to go-ness.
It's about
1:30, 2:00.
It's about the same. And then we just go grab ourselves some French or Italian food, Southern Italian food.
Which means you're either going to a Waffle House or we're stopping and grabbing a pizza.
I actually haven't been to a Waffle House in a really long time.
It's so good, dude.
You go all the time now, don't you?
Yeah, I go pretty much like at least once a week with Katie. It's like a date thing that we do.
Yeah.
So, you know, we try if we're not going out on a date night, we'll go to like a Waffle House and hang out. The servers know us. You know,
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
And we do the whole stand in solidarity.
Perps, I used to sleep way past 2:00.
Yeah, it got to be annoying.
If you watch the first 2 years of this stream, you better believe that I was probably waking up at like 7 p.m., 6 or 7 p.m. Sometimes later. Sometimes I'd fucking wake up at like 8:30 and we'd do the stream at 9. And I would be literally fucking drinking coffee. And then I would stay up till like 10, 11, noon or something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm really seeing the first part of the day. I could have worked for a fucking Chinese conglomerate.
Probably should have.
Been up at the same time as everybody. Probably
should have.
Not a fucking big deal, honestly. That's what my body just does naturally. If there's no reason for anything else, I'm just like, this is my favorite schedule. Sleep all day, stay up all night. Can't explain it. I've always wondered if that's true, because you know how like what I've heard in circles of people who are like me, they're like, the reason that some, you know, the evolutionary explanation is that there always had to be like a few people that could stay up all night to like watch the camp and shit. You know,
I can understand that.
While everybody else was like sleeping, somebody had to fucking stay up. Somebody did. So it was better to have a small percentage of the population that were capable of that. It was more advantageous.
You also don't deal with the kind of people that do have to work during the day too. Like I deal with like booking agents, and I gotta fucking, you know, I gotta call the bank, or I gotta call this person or that person that usually, you know, they keep business hours, right?
Yeah.
Or like I have to respond to somebody's email that needs it like today. Correct. You don't really deal with people like that.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah.
Not if I can help it. It's a natural aversion to morning people in their morning zone. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah, if somebody's too chipper, I'm like, wait, stop.
Oh, I be dancing around, singing silly songs, shaking my butt to Katie.
Yeah, not me.
Katie's over there just journaling.
She just be journaling.
She literally is writing in 3 journals and she is like reading like 2 books.
Are the journals?
2 of them are like short form, prompts, and then one of them is like a life journal. Like she's like talking about her day,
Documenting her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ad break is hit.
It's hit, baby. Yeah, I don't. Strange. It is strange. I'm not one to think about like journaling or like, I'm like so bad at like taking pictures.
Yeah.
It doesn't even pop into my head. I'm just like, I'm such a fucking like in the moment kind of person naturally,
I mean, I think that you can be both, but you're just not. Why don't you just say you're just not the type of person that likes to take pictures? Because I think you can be both.
I could force myself to, but I'm just not naturally inclined.
No, I'm saying you don't have to be one and not be the other.
Oh no, but I'm saying I could be like an average, like some people are like, oh, let's take a picture since we're here, kind of thing. And it just never pops into my head hardly.
Right. That's a different generational sort of thing too. Like back in the day when you were the age of like, in your 20s and stuff like that.
Shit was a secret when you did shit.
Yeah, like that. And it was like you're dealing with fucking flash cameras and like disposable cameras and shit. And unless you had one or could afford a fucking disposable camera, your ass wasn't taking no fucking pictures.
And even if you got a disposable camera, could you afford to get it developed?
Yeah, get it developed, yeah.
Because Lord knows you'd have a bunch of fucking cameras that never got developed.
Which I do. I can't wait to develop them, though. They're going to be fun to look at. If the film isn't corroded, but I think it's okay. I don't know how old is too old to get film developed? Because
I think it depends. Like, have they been in a bunch of heat? You know what I'm saying? Or too cold? Like, I think if they've been stored correctly, probably a long time.
Okay.
If it's like temperature controlled, But if they like sat in a hot car, for days on end, it would be like a fucking problem.
Right.
I'm not even sure, but I would just.
I could assume that that's the case too, because you do use.
Yeah, I would just assume
light exposure.
But I think it's just also like a thing that I just honestly like kind of do better like in the moment. I'm better at damage control than I am at planning something.
Right.
Although if it's like, time to like brainstorm shit about what to do, I'm cool with that. But as far as like planning stuff, I'm like, the universe is too chaotic.
Yeah.
I'm like the best laid plans of mice and men.
Well, that's why I try to at least do a routine and make that like the accomplishment of the plan. Right. If I can't plan anything else the rest of the fucking day, at least I planned my morning out the way I wanted to.
Right.
That's how I look at that.
Yeah. You definitely. This is I don't know if you guys have been able to tell this, but the big difference between Logan and I is I thrive in chaotic environments, and that is Logan's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I fucking hate it, dude.
Yeah.
It's actually debilitatingly scary. And then when it happens, it's almost as if, well, I think it depends on the situation, but if it has to do with, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, it does drive me fucking crazy. I hate chaos. Fuck that shit. Keep your fucking chaos.
That shit's
yourself.
so much fun to me. And the opposite is that if things go to are like too normal, too planned, everything's like this, I get so fucking bored with it that my brain's like, the ADHD kicks in. It's like,
yeah, like Justin's. Here's a perfect example of how we used to work together. We would have constant debates about how long things would take, whether it be how long it takes us to get ready for something, how long it takes to load in and load out, how long it takes to just any of that. And Justin is the kind of guy, there was one time where we had to come up with a compromise, because Justin's the kind of guy that's like, I don't want there to be any time between after I do my setup and then I want to start playing music.
Yeah, immediately.
I set things up and then I start playing music. There's no warm up. There's no like hanging out anywhere for even the slightest amount of time.
Nah, as soon as I plug in my guitar, I'm like, y'all ready?
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I have to mentally prepare before I get on stage, because, of course, I feel like I hold a level of responsibility to like being a front man. You know what I mean? I enjoy the entertainment aspect of it, and the eyeballs on me. So, of course, I fixate on preparing myself mentally for that space, to be there, to be ready for that. And there was a time where Justin was like, "Look, I'll give you 15 minutes." And I was like, "Okay, we need to be there 15 minutes." And then Justin just was like, "Just tell me when to fucking be there."
I was like, I'd rather not hear you bitch about it anymore.
Yeah, he just said, "Just tell me." He's like, "You don't have to fucking explain why you want me there at this time. Just tell me when to be there. I'll be there for you. Even if I have to fucking sit around, I don't give a shit." And I was like, "Well, you sure as fuck did."
Well, I do though, but I was willing to let it go so that I didn't have to hear Logan bitch about it.
And you guys all know, dude, your boy, he will bitch.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil, Logan. No, we did do a compromise though, because here's the thing: is I wanted to show up. I wanted to leave at the last possible moment that it's reasonable for us to leave. And then here's the other side of it: is that when we got done, Logan is like, when we got done with the show, Logan's like, "All right, wrap this shit up. Let's fucking get it all in the goddamn car right away, blah, blah." And when we get done with the show, that's when I want to put my guitar down, go hang out, chill with everybody, do the whole thing, maybe eat something, who knows, and then mentally decompress from the playing and then pack up later. So we were like literally the exact opposite of how he wanted it. He's like, now we want to just go ahead and get it done so we can leave whenever we want. And I'm like, yeah. And I remember you getting so mad at me about it.
Yeah, because I would eventually just be the one. I would like just be packing up everything by myself, because you would go and hang out.
Right.
And I would be like, "Well, I don't want to go hang out anymore. I've been hanging out."
Yeah. And I'd be like,
"I want to go home and smoke a lot of weed." That's what it was.
Right. And then the funny thing is that we weren't that salty about it. There was a couple times where
the majority of the time it got salty was because we were both pretty fucking drunk.
But I remember the one time that Logan was like, because I think from your viewpoint, you were just like, this is how it's supposed to be done, and what you're saying is contrary to how it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to show up early so you have plenty of time to prepare, and then when it's done, you're supposed to pack up so that when you want to leave, you can. And you're like, that's how it's supposed to be done. And I remember saying to you, I was like, listen, man, I could easily just say that the way you do shit is all fucked up and I don't like it either.
It sounds very gaslighty, and it worked.
It's not gaslighty. It's just we both wanted different things, and there's no real way to say one is right and one is wrong.
I would say that I would usually go by the venue's attitude about it. And a lot of the times, there were some venues that were cool with us hanging out, and then like someplace like Five Paces, where it's like we played until they fucking shut the place down, and then all of a sudden it's just like there is no hanging out.
Now, I didn't hang out at Five Paces. Like when we got done, it was time to go.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
But then it was late. But sports and social.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was more along the lines of like the sooner we get out of this, because the more that we stay here, the bigger the crowd is going to get. And then we really are going to be stuck here until this place closes, loading out our gear. Mm-hmm. That was how I thought.
Yeah. So obviously, if I'm not going to like put that on a venue that wants me out of there. I've done enough shows to know that if the venue wants you to get out, you need to start packing your shit up. But that's just being a professional. At Tin Roof, it didn't really matter.
Oh, I didn't know we were talking about that gig in particular.
Well, that's what we always talked about when we were talking about like showing up.
Yeah, that was the one compromise for me. I had to stop really giving a shit, about it too. Until Jack was like, "Hey, you guys are late," and I'd be like, "Talk to Justin."
Mm-hmm, and I did.
And you did. And you'd be like, "Oh, man, everything''s fine." He's like, "Well, I figured you guys just started this. You're like, we got people here." And you'd be like, "Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, there are. There was only one time that it was like an egregiously long thing, and it was a technical issue.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
There was only one time, because it would be like 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, something like that. But there was one time that it was like 45 minutes and we hadn't started yet. And there was just, I think it was something, if I'm not mistaken, having to do with the PA system, but something weird was happening. But for the most part, we were pretty on it, As long as we have 30 minutes to set up, like we could pretty much set up just about anything.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it goes. It's not too difficult once you've done it this many times. You know how it is. You show up with your stuff at a gig, and realistically, if you had to bust ass, you could get that shit set up quick.
45 minutes is the fastest that I've been able to set everything up with checking.
I'm talking about without setting up the stream.
Oh yeah, that takes about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
20, but yeah, because it takes me a good like 10 minutes to set the run the cables, tape everything down that I need to tape down, find the right angle for my phone, update my.
I'm talking about without the streaming part.
Yeah, that's what I said. 30 minutes.
Without, yeah. So you don't have to do anything for your phone.
Yeah, if I don't have to do anything where I have to set up the stream before, it'll take me. If I had to do it real fast, had to set up everything, just throw it out, plug it up, get it running, start making sound immediately. Probably about 30 minutes. Yeah, between 20 and 30 minutes.
I showed up at F&B. We started at 6:30, right? At F&B.
Yeah,
I showed up at 6. Pulled up at 6, and from the time that I loaded my shit in, and loaded my stuff in, drove my car to the thing, came back, set everything up, I had 10 minutes till I had to play. So that wasn't even like a full setup. That was like
yeah, but you just plug directly into the speaker. You don't set up the stream. Like even if I don't even if I didn't set up the stream, I still use my PA.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that. I'll use the PA if I'm doing like the stream and stuff. But otherwise, it seems like more stuff than I need to do.
I like being able to have EQ control. Because there are some places that when they think it's too loud, it's because something is
jarring.
Yeah, some frequency is too far up there.
Yeah. Biscuit, no sliming. Nope.
I got pee.
Okay, fine. Biscuit was fucking slamming the elbow. Trex, we've shared tons of blunts. That's not how we got through it. Logan and I were fucking always pretty much good to go. It's just funny when you have like two personalities that have very different standards for their happiness. I mean, we share so many things, but we're definitely two different personality types. I would say different goal, not different personal goals. I guess I honestly think that a lot of it has to do with the fucking. We need to blaze one now. Nah, trust me, there was no tension building on that. Logan years ago. Logan was definitely a little bit more pissed off about it. But personality genres. But I mean, we know each other enough at this point that it's. Logan knows what to expect out of me. He knows what to expect. It doesn't mean he still doesn't sometimes be like, motherfucker. But at least it's not. It's definitely something where you're like, well, that seems like something Justin would do.
Yes.
And I will say, I am nothing if not consistent. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of fucked up, annoying shit that I do. But
yes, you can always count on that fucked up shit like popping up at some point in time. You'd be like, oh yeah, this again.
Yeah. I'm consistent as fuck for sure. There's not a lot of surprises.
Yeah.
That's like. Oh, that seems like...
Oddly enough, yeah, there's not... And which is weird because for some reason I decided to be your friend even though you're like the least chaotic person who loves chaos. Maybe that's why I'm your friend.
I am the least chaotic person that is completely fine with
Yeah.
But you see me like in positions of chaos, I'm like, oh man, okay, this is my wheelhouse.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But once again, I feel like since I even think that at the beginning of our friendship, I was going through such a whirlwind, and you were like, "Yeah, dude, fuck, you're going through some shit, dude. Yeah,
Sometimes you're gonna go through some shit.
you were like, hey, man, we should hang out, dude. I want to see the kind of shit you get into. I'm over here fucking ripping bogeys, dude. Just fucking ripping bogeys and fucking smoking weed and dating.
Wearing overalls.
Wearing overalls and dating girls that hate me.
At least you're aware. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm definitely aware of that. I do fucked up, annoying shit. There's definitely certain types of people that when they first meet me, I rub them like the wrong way.
Yeah, they don't quite understand it.
I think because I'm so dominating in conversation.
You do tend to have a boisterous voice, and you keep a conversation going.
Mm-hmm.
Trex, we watched it. Yeah, we watched him on that other stream.
Trex was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
Yeah, he's saying dog, the guy we can't seem to get on this stream, went on some other fucking stream.
Well, I mean, that's probably
hey, if we pay dog as much money as he made on that stream, he'd be here every fucking night.
Yeah, he wouldn't give a shit at all.
Why are you rubbing people when you first meet them? Cause man, only consensually. Trying to get philosophically rub them. I don't know. I definitely can continue. I can definitely keep a conversation going on. There'd be time like if I was like dating or something like that, where the person that I went on a date with, we'd get done. They'd be like, "That was the best date I've ever been on," and I was like, "What? No." Because it just seemed like completely normal to me. But I think that they were used to like lots of awkward silences, somebody who seemed very disinterested.
Maybe even a bit shy.
Right. Because like not only will I talk, but I'm like inquisitive about the other person. Like I bring up stuff like, oh, so what's this? And what do you think about this? And blah, blah, blah. And I think a lot of people are like, wow, this is pretty cool. That's
refreshing that somebody's asking me the questions.
Right. Right.
But I mean, everybody likes to have questions asked to them, and then somebody shows interest and is inquisitive in what they do.
Right.
Or like who they are.
Not that I can't talk about myself too, but I feel like I do. Like a lot of my interest is in like what other people think.
Yeah, Justin is a good wing person. I'm
a good wingman for sure. Yeah.
A good wing person as well as a good date.
Yeah, it's fun. Obviously the problem with that is like I've definitely.
Is that the Iggy Azalea song?
What is?
I'm so humble. You already know.
That's Charlie XTC, dude.
I think about stuff. Introspection is what I know.
Yeah. I also do love. I'm currently on a kick. I don't know how many people know this, but I'm not just into politics. I'm really into religion. And like when I was young, I was like really into like Greek and Roman mythology and shit like that, and like weird mythologies and comic books and like what all this means. And so I'm like also very interested in like Judeo-Christian stuff, but I'm also like a lifelong atheist, right? So I've never been religious and I've never believed in God, but I'm like deeply interested in it. And so I end up doing a lot of that too. I end up doing like a lot of like religious study in my spare time, like philosophical, theological kind of stuff. And I'm on a kick right now where I'm going through like a lot of like Old Testament stuff and watching people talk about it and like biblical studies and shit like that. Seems odd, but I'm just like, oh, let me just wind down with some light biblical studies.
I feel like you could probably. It reminds me of the episode of The Simpsons where Homer is like gonna die, and so he decides like on his last night to listen to Larry King read the Bible, And he's like, and Beelzebub begot but this, and then it's like begat that.
Yeah, because there's a whole section. There's a whole section, yeah.
And Methuselah begat Methusi and all this other shit. I don't know these names, but
right.
I know Methuselah because got a Methuselah rookie card. 16 conversions in 1886.
Yo, we in the tribulation right now, son. Oh shit! I always make bets with apocalyptic people who think like the end days are near or whatever. Like it's all happening. I'm like,
well, you almost turned prepper there for a little while.
No, I've always liked stuff like that. Like I've always been into like self-defense and be prepared and doing all that kind of shit. So I've always been into stuff like that.
You got me into the fucking the EDC so fucking fast. You knew. I had a feeling you knew that I was going to really like that.
It's the shit though, isn't it?
Because now I carry a bunch of shit with me that I don't fucking need. But who knows? I might fucking need it.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. It was so much, dude. Like, and it was just like the tactical bag. I remember you had that what was it, that tactical board that you I don't think you made it.
I still have it.
But it just like held all your pins and like little doodads all because it was like strapped onto this thing. I was like, dude, it's getting pump the brakes. And now that bag in particular, or not that bag, but like your book bag and like the one that I see you carry around to like gigs and all that shit, is like not organized. You have a bunch of shit. Just
you can't fit anything in there besides the stuff I need for the gig. But my other bag that I carry has all that. You know, I carry like that little sling bag. It's got all my EDC stuff in it. It's not a tactical board. It was like this. It was like this. Thing about
it was a woven elastic bands. It was a bunch of.
It had bands so that you strap stuff in it very easily or clip stuff to it very easily, and you'd put it in the back of your book bag to like hold stuff from like getting lost.
Justin, you have a would you rather?
Oh, I'm down for it. But I would say that also the prepper stuff, which was very interesting, because getting into the prepper community, you run into a lot of very doomsday-ish people who are politically the exact opposite of me.
Yeah.
But I would just go immerse myself in their communities because they, regardless of their ideas, like their ideals rather, the stuff they knew was invaluable.
Yeah, they had it all together.
It was amazing.
Okay, this would you rather comes from Pizza Jams TV, and it says, would you rather have a foot-long nose or a nose-long foot?
This is like the nipple-sized penis one.
Yeah. Just think about the benefits. Think more about the benefits, and then we'll think about
here's the thing. There's no real benefit to having a foot-long nose because it doesn't mean you're going to smell any better.
But what could you do with that? We're talking about a foot, dude. Like, think about how far away that is.
Sexually?
I don't know what people are into, but some people could be definitely into both of these things.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the nose would get in the way, but if you had a nose long
foot.
So I'm changing the size of my foot. It's my foot in particular, not a 12 inches foot.
Yeah.
So I would I don't know, man. Because a nose-sized foot, how would you even walk?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is I think that you might be able to get like a holster, like a prosthetic.
Even then, I feel like I'd have to have my feet regular size. Walking is such a big thing.
It's not like you run or anything. Well, I mean, you do grapple now.
It's a grapple. I don't run.
You could fucking bump a line from a fucking foot away, dude.
Oh, sweet. For all that cocaine I don't do.
You don't even have to get as close to the plate anymore, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think. I mean, can I just get surgery on the nose afterwards? You can always get a nose job.
That's not that defeats the purpose of the would you rather. I think we're trying to.
You said you could get prosthetic feet.
Yeah, well, if I had a foot that was the size of a nose, than to do your daily walking task, then yeah, I would probably have something made. I would probably have something made. But I think that altering your body, because I'm not altering my body.
You're putting in prosthetics.
It's something I could take on and off.
I could get a nose job to put it back.
But that's the job. Like this is not a job. This is like an accessory. If there was an accessory,
no, it's vital.
No, but I'm saying
it's actually more vital.
No, if you had an accessory to your long nose, like a parakeet that you could put on there, you know what I mean, or like some sort of bird on your nose at all times that like talks for you, you know what I mean, or like repeats phrases you say, you know, like,
hey man, tell them that I want a number 3.
You could have. You know, you can have a little crow.
He wants a number 3.
Yeah. You can have a little crow that says good morning to you. Morning, honey. What the crow
Tell her morning, honey. Morning, honey.
Yeah, have a little cockatoo at the end of your fucking nose.
I have a cockatoo at the end of my nose.
Like I said, so if you had an accessory to the long nose that would make it more of like not like, you know, everybody would wish they had a long nose so they could have that one thing on their nose.
I'd almost rather it be a floppy nose than a fucking hard one.
Oh, just like,
because then you could like at least like wrap it up or something. Whereas if it was just hard,
sorry, dude, he can't say wrap it up and not have me go wrap it up.
I'll take it. If it did give me some kind of superhuman smelling, then.
Oh, like a super. Well, I mean, I figured that you would have. You don't think that the nose that big could? It's like even if
minimal. I even think the same thing with ears. Like, yeah, it'll do something if you put your fucking hand up here, but
if your ear was that big, if your ear was the size of your hand,
you would be able to hear stuff a little bit better, but not like superhuman better.
I believe that you would probably be able to hear it better than you think, because I think that the design of the ear, even how the ear is designed right now, and it takes in sound.
Everybody has different ears, though.
I know, and that's what I'm saying, and everybody perceives sound in a different way.
So let's say I had Jesus's ears.
I'm sure that you would hear the sins of all of the people around, like he did.
That's what he did. Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah, that was his superpower.
He judged you by scent.
And
damned you with his ears.
He knew you were damned from his ears, but blessed you with his scent.
Oh, so I think that's I think that is it. I think I'm going to have to go for the nose.
All right, so the nose. He's going to go with...
Justin goes with the nose.
He goes where the nose knows. So he would take the foot-long nose over the nose-long foot. Good one, Pizza Jam.
Oh, yeah, the Steve Martin movie, Roxanne, was great.
And see... You see, Steve Martin won the girl.
Yeah, you get some kind of holster to tuck it back in my ear. Excuse me.
Does your nose hang low? Does it wobble to and fro?
Oh, man. Fuck yes.
If you sounded purple, you were fucked, son. All right.
Synesthesia. All right, cool. Yeah. Shit, what are we fucking? Yeah, I guess it's about time to fucking call it for the night, man.
I mean, that's what it is. That's what these podcasts are for. We talk to you guys. Y'all talk to us.
Until we don't talk anymore.
Until we just don't talk no more. So this is a perfect time to let you guys know about this week coming up and probably weeks moving forward. We do have Danny coming into town because we're all going to go see his friends play on the 8th. Here in Atlanta. He's got his friends, the Wolves of Glendale, that are going to be here in Atlanta. So we're all going to have a band date night that night. Mm-hmm. But I think when Danny comes into town that weekend, we're just going to do a trio. It's just going to be the Justin and I and Danny.
Yeah.
Thuggy had another engagement. We're actually gonna be talking to Thuggy next week. I'm gonna hit her up tomorrow and definitely plan it. So.
Yeah, there's something popped up for her. There's one thing I want to mention. We're going to start a Discord server that is going to be asking for any cool labor movement songs, because we're going to do another like Union Fuel album.
If you guys want to help us pick some out, please.
So if you got some ideas for union songs, labor movement songs, that kind of shit, let's do that.
And what we'll do is if we pick your song, we'll credit you on the album.
Yeah. There you
Say
go.
picked by.
Yeah, we'll say picked by. And then also we are going to do some big changes. I think at some point, possibly next month, to the schedule. We'll try to accommodate as best as we can. But there are a lot of things that Logan and I have to get done, and it's probably going to change around the schedule, and it's probably going to change around what we're doing with the band versus the duo stuff, and allowing enough room for people to come in and sit in, and trying to get at least one person a month, if not two people a month, to come sit in with us, and have that open. This is never good. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is a thing where we really, really, really need to focus our efforts on getting our YouTube channel popping and doing this kind of shit. We need the time, because we can either sit here and beg you guys for money every time we're on stream and then feel really bad about having to fucking beg everybody for money just to survive. Or Logan and I can do the gigs to make our money, and then just literally do what we want when we come to this stream.
I feel like you guys would probably see more of us, but just in different sort of scenarios and platforms. Like, you're not just going to be seeing us here on Twitch all the time. You're going to be seeing, if you're following us on Instagram, if you're definitely following us on YouTube. Like all of that stuff is that we're trying to make that another viable way for you guys to have some entertainment from us.
Yeah, and Logan and I being kind of a little bit more free to even maybe do other streams besides the scheduled ones, and have other things that we do. So it doesn't necessarily mean less. It'll probably just be at different times in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So, but all this shit kind of is coming up because a lot of the weeks Logan and I are going to have to do sometimes Logan will do 5 gigs a week, which leaves very little time to do, we got to basically leave like our weekends more open to be able to do that shit to support Logan and I while we dump all of our money directly into this. No, hey, it'll be until we get things going. Basically, we would love to have this kind of content creation thing be our jobs, and we would play very little gigs.
Yes.
Only the ones that we really, 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 really wanted to play. But as it stands right now, obviously there's been a dip in Twitch viewership all around. We're way out of the pandemic. Things just aren't the same. And currently right now, no individual at all is getting paid from this stream. Nobody's taking any money. So we're literally doing this as much as we can with no personal gain at all.
Yeah.
So,
personal gain.
But what it does is it does keep up. It does pay for itself.
Yes, you guys do make it possible for us to continue to not only do this content, but start
doing other content.
Yeah. And we're gonna make it possible for you guys. I mean, to tell you the truth, one of the biggest things, Brujas, thank you very much for that tier 3, baby.
Appreciate it.
One of the things is that the band ultimately we want to come out with the best possible versions of the songs that are requested that we possibly can with the band. And it takes a long time to get some of these like really good versions together. So a lot we're probably going to more than likely almost a guarantee at this point in time, moving the being able to request for bands and for your like the streaming guests like Danny and Priska.
If the band's going to be there,
if the band is going to be there, we're going to be asking you to take those requests through our Patreon page,
which we're setting up and we're going to get kind of going. But it's going to be kind of like a long-term thing. So it won't, so you'll know what the set is a week before, and so will we, And that way everybody kind of knows, and you guys will know what the set's going to be. So you're going to be like, oh, this week they're going to play blah, 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 blah. You'll already know like what it is. But it'll be an ongoing thing. We think it'll be fun. Logan and I have sat here and brainstormed ways to do it that seem super fun and fair and all that shit, and gives everybody a chance to get in on it.
Yeah, it gives everybody a chance that we're going to be, pulling in from different platforms to understand what we're trying to do when we go live and stream. And really, like, once again, just make it so that way whatever we decide to do, you guys know that whatever you put your money, when you put your money toward us in any sort of capacity, you know that it's going to us and not to all these other places. If you want to make it economical for you. Once again, I know that YouTube has its premium, Twitch has its turbo, Kick probably has something. If you are already enjoying a bunch of other channels on that, I totally get it. Like pay for those sort of subscription services, but we don't really see that money. So if you guys want to subscribe to us and do what we're doing, then we're trying to move all the interactive stuff to that place where Patreon basically gives you a lot of the perks that you can get by making requests, and you'll
still be able to participate
and still be able to participate
just as a watcher.
Yes. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily subscribe on our Twitch page or come to our Twitch page just to do shit. Because right now we got people over on YouTube watching, people on Kick, people on Instagram.
Yep.
So
with that being said, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We always fucking raid Axis.
Yeah.
Because that's our boy.
So I don't think that there's any difference now, huh? He's how much longer he got?
It doesn't matter. We're raiding him.
He knows what's coming.
He knows it's coming, baby. He already knows. Oh.
These dreams go on when I close my eyes. I need to turn down alone. I live another life. These dreams go on when I touch my thighs.
And once again, we appreciate everybody who comes and hangs out with us for these just talking podcasts and shit. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot because we're not doing the thing that we spend all our life learning to do to entertain, and you guys are still here with us, and we really appreciate y'all being here.
Sure. For real. I absolutely enjoy having a conversation with chat as well as Justin, and this is something that I never really thought was ever going to be possible for me to do. So I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying yourselves and you interact with us in the way that you do, no matter where you're watching us from. So thanks again, everybody. Don't forget, make sure that you hydrate, drink some water, you know what I mean? Eat some food if you haven't eaten dinner yet. Please, for the love of God, be kind to yourself. Tell yourself that you love yourself in the morning time. It really does work. Also, be kind to one another. And if you really want to help out this world, make sure that you are part of helping out control the pet population by spaying and neutering your pets. We will see you guys on Thursday. What's today? Tuesday? We'll see you guys on Thursday. Justin and I we're going to take some requests. So we love you guys. Have a great night. Tell Axis we said what's poppin'.
Later, y'all.
Later. And